Used to do it in Liverpool years ago. They'd have like a bus route. They'd have something like the 93, then the 93A, the 93B, and someone would only run the peak hour, and then someone would just do 3 streets or 3 roads off the main route, and then they call it a different bus service. That guy in the council must be pulling his hair out, all the complaints and putting into him about the state of the footpaths. He's all right though. He always I send him an email. He always replies. Says I'll get someone to go out and have a look at it.
He's actually like roads and stuff.
He seems a reasonable.
He knows him as well, like.
He seems a reasonable sort of guy.
Well, has he been in the box?
I asked them on the last complaint I put in. I said, give me the names of your counterparts in Flintshire, Wrexham and Conwy. Anyway, he sent the info back because we've done a couple of walks where we've been like in Flintshire and that, and we've seen the footpaths have been blocked and whatever. But I've never actually complained about them. And we did that walk. We actually crossed the boundary. We're on the boundary with Gwynedd and Conwy and Denbighshire. They all sorts of converged. We did that walk. Where was it? Last year or the year before. We were out. I think we parted the goat in Maes.
Yeah.
And we walked down. We had to go down a field, and we crossed a little stream. But we lost the footpath, and there should have been a footpath through someone's yard, and it didn't look like it was through someone's yard at all, you know. But we crossed 3 different boundaries there, county boundaries, and it was a bit of a job to work out who was having what, so I didn't bother complaining about any of them. But on that particular walk, the main offenders were in Gwynedd, I think. I think the structure's probably the same, but it's obviously been highly upgraded.
Yeah, it looks new there, doesn't it?
Yeah, that could be an extension on the end, yeah. The old station house, AR I think it was called. Nice place, isn't it?
Yeah. Shall we go in?
Yeah, straight up this lane now.
Yeah,
we follow the lane. It runs up and it meets the main road about half a mile away.
We should do some more walking along railway lines, I think.
A lot of it.
Do the one from, say, Tesco's and Mull and try and get as far as you can down towards Penaford, I think, where it went.
But we walked a bit of that, didn't we? When we did that walk from Mull down to where's stuff, wasn't it? You know where we went past Nerchwith Hall, didn't we? And,
that was a different one. This is the one going past Payswood.
Oh, that one, to meet the main line at Penaford, yeah. Yeah, the railway line was in this field here somewhere.
Just go alongside the golf courses.
Yeah.
I remember when I was like 18 or whatever.
Little badgers are being busy. Almost definitely a badger. We've expected to see like a blob of poo in it, like.
The ducks were out to eat, you think?
Yeah, possibly, yeah. They often, the lanes here, they often shit in them. It looks like black blancmange. There's a stone there.
B&B?
He's got a registration number on his car made out like the name of that place.
The attitude of a twat, I know.
Yeah. What happened again?
He should be close to you then, we turn around.
Well, He'd have only hit me once.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be heading for that woods up there eventually. We'll go through that wood. Yeah, so I'll produce about half a dozen stools, which will get bigger each year, and throw more shoots each year. And they'll be females. And then as I come across some more females, I'll
Sell them. It's quite big, isn't it?
Yeah. I've just seen 2 bunnies. Nice ferret and heads there. Get all pierce nets across them, get the old feathers in. Flushing the bunnies out. Not had one for a while, and I'm partial to an old bunny in the pot like.
I don't know if it is.
Everyone used to eat them at one time, didn't they?
Yeah.
Bit of a pool this side. There's a bit of a meander. I like little streams like this.
Yeah.
These are the sorts of places you look at that and you think it's lifeless, you know. Not much going on. It's the sort of place where you get a big fat trout and just no one's ever bothered it, and that's why they've grown up so fat and big. A few years behind them, like. Black and white house, that, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like it's open this end now, isn't it?
Go on the map, it's a Kevin Cork it's called, but
Like a barn or something, no?
yeah. I'll look it up later, see it's recorded. There's
The roof looks good in it, doesn't it?
there's some nice archaeology web pages, historical ones, you know, and they list all the ancient monuments in North Wales, old buildings, old walls, features, all that sort of stuff. Another stream. A lot of drainage here, isn't it?
Mm. It's a field for that, isn't it?
It's got something to do with water anyway. Too far gone, that sign to read, isn't it? Borough
Or a water something.
engineer, is it? Borough water something. Yeah, it's like a little reservoir, isn't it?
Yeah.
Covered over. That contraption is. Shame that. It's not beyond the possibility to turn into a house, is it? Keep the features in it. An extension of it. I think it might still be used. That looks a bit more modern down there. Still got the ventilation. And that's just to your right now, just got the modern water main. They're probably tapping the an underground stream or something.
Yeah.
So this blue pipe's a water pipe. This has been tapped into something. Got a sign there saying private fishing. Oh, I see, yeah.
There might be another one over there. And a cow or a sheep. To the left, another small one.
Yeah, no fishing place, eh? I might have seen this marked on the map, but it hasn't triggered anything in the head, like. Yeah, there's an underground stream there issuing out into that stream, and that blue pipe there in the hedge is tucked into the pipe, so I think that's feeding water going down to the farm there. I'll have a look at this on the map now, get me bearings. Little waterfall higher up as well. That's Clwyd Forest over there, isn't it? Behind those turbines. It goes right across the to Brennig, doesn't it?
Up behind the turbine.
Yeah.
So there's a valley in.
Just outside Rhuthun there, there's a road goes out to Coed little village on it called Coed Newydd, and it has that sharp bend on it, kind of a hangover where the Crown pub is. It's almost like you're going to drive into the front of the pub and the road suddenly turns sharp. Yeah, that's the school there. And that one to the right of the school then must be the one across the road.
Yeah, the private
the
school.
The private one, yeah. You can see where it's opening up there. So this track will run along the edge of this wood here on the left.
House there.
Yeah. Maybe this is the access to the house.
After this road, isn't it?
That's what I do miss, you know, having a place out in the sticks, the chickens and stuff. I think there's all lawns and field there. You get used to the cockerels crowing in the mornings. Gets to a point where you just don't hear them anymore. You just get used to them. You don't know if like it might be one of those rare breeds.
Yeah.
Seen those cooney pigs? Real flat faces on them. Supposed to be a rare breed, but you seem to see them everywhere, like.
Not miniature ones, are they?
Well, they're smaller than the average pig, but not miniature. It's cooney, Kune, twice. And the faces look like pugs. The pug dogs of the pig whale, the faces are just all pushed in, like. And people do keep them as pets. That's a suspicious looking bonkin there. Isn't that?
Yeah.
That doesn't look natural, that, does it? You've got the line of the field there, and then that.
Dumping ground, I think. Unless
there's been some sort of structure there in the past. It's overlooking the Vale and like Celtic stuff like that, you know, so they got a grandstand view of everywhere. They always occupied the higher ground overlooking the lower. Of course, if you're on high ground, you've got an advantage over your enemies. Very difficult to attack from below. Reminds me of that hill outside Glendubby, where Owen Glyndwr's place was, on the side of the road there. We passed it earlier. We've got that hill, and there's a little path going up to where a signpost, and there was a house on top of that. Maybe that could be something similar to that, medieval. Zooming on the sea there. Still a fair way, that, you know. I bet you it's got to be 15 miles.
Is that Rill, is it?
Rill would be to the
Left.
The right, wouldn't it? Just as you enter the vale, the opening of the vale. Prestatton's on one side, isn't it?
Right between that gap of the trees, like a tower block thing. You see it?
I can't see anything on this. So you've got Prestatton at the bottom of the hills, then Rill. Then you've got where the hills start on the other side is Abergele.
Abergele and Tawyn and that one.
That's Denby over there. You can't see St Asaph, it's obscured by the trees. Tell how old that is. It's still got 08 on it instead of 018 on the phone number. Yeah. Do you reckon it is? It's a house.
Yeah.
Knew that was there. Oh, it's a number of times over the years, me and you, Pat.
Yeah.
I can see someone outside, yeah.
Sheep.
What, walking in the garden?
It's gone round behind the building now.
What, at the front?
To the right of it, they went right behind the building.
Oh no, there's someone, I thought I saw someone walk in front of the building to the left. There's like a little shed on the end of it, isn't it? Oh, it's a dog.
It's a dog, it is, yeah.
Yeah, it's a dog running around. Yeah, a number of times me and you've passed here. Never knew that was there. Just can't see it from the road, can you?
No.
Above you.
Oh, 1824 703 532.
That's
It's Clwyd gate number.
Oh yeah.
It looks shut down to me.
I've never been in there, you know. I've gone past it many times. Oh yeah, I can see the sign there.
It looks shut down.
Oh, what's that place then to the left? That looks a bit moth-eaten and all. Look at do with a coat of paint.
You've rendered and painted. Oh, there's holes in the roof. To the right of that, the high bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Foot there.
Yeah.
Of that white pole.
That'd make a nice house, that, wouldn't it? Good view over this way, like. It's like the Buster Mole there. Yeah, a bit of a quarry over there. A number of times you've been past there and you think, not more of it, and then one day you're walking past.
There's a building there.
Yeah.
A castle looking thing.
Oh yeah. Flagpole on top. Aye. I'll look these up later. I can get names of them, I can caption them on this, like.
Where would you say Mulvanmer is in line now?
Right ahead of us.
So that mountain at the top might be the one we go on the other side of Morvama.
Yeah, that one there.
Looking down. Do you remember looking down once?
Yeah, that one there is Morvenkley, isn't it? And on the other side is Penbarras, where the car park is to walk up Morvama.
So the car park's there, Morvama's there. The one this side.
Yeah, that's that hill now, isn't it?
Because I've been on top of there and I remember seeing like a castle thing from the top of there.
Yeah, might be that.
It must be that then, mustn't it?
Yeah, but that's Morvenkley. And then when you're on the other side of that is the old road over, isn't it? Where the car park is. And then you walk up to Morvama. And Morvama is the next peak after this one.
That must be it then.
A bit of snow up there still. Focus. That's it. I've only got 7 minutes of footage left on this card. I think. Check it out in a minute, delete something. Got a spare card with me, like. Yeah, nice view over the Vale, that. What time is it?
1 o'clock, I think. It's 5 to
Yeah.
1. 5 to 1.
Yeah. Might have this boxed off in a couple of hours.
Yeah, back the car like that. That's very good.
Good view, that.
Panorama job, I think.
Did you solve that problem doing that thing with your phone? When we did that panorama with me jumping different spots in the same picture.
Yeah.
And then you said you tried it again, didn't you?
Yeah, they tried it and...
Didn't work.
Oh, I tried it with Karen there, because it didn't fucking work.
It was a good picture, that.
I did send it, didn't I?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Sun's trying to come out over there now. Ruthin. There's a church. Ah, there it is. That cockerel's still going. Raven somewhere.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. Success story with ravens. When I was a kid, you know, you went bird watching and you saw a raven. It was like something really worth noting in your diary. They're everywhere. Back again. I mean, there's airports that way. So it's got lost against the cloud now, and you can see him there.
Yeah.
Can't pick him up on this.
Probably gonna.
He's got a circle over this side of Moor Van, ain't he? Yeah. Keep an eye on him.
What's that horseshoe path then?
Well, as the crow flies from here. Yeah, can't be far. There's the village down there, and it's 4 miles to the top of Nantagarth, which is roughly where it is. So fully 4 or 5 miles. Yeah. But it's not meant to be.
No, it wasn't. It's just a blue shot.
Get the seeds out of these apples and I'll try and germinate those, but I'll mark them separately. I can say Llanfair D war apples. Few bunnies along here and all.
Somebody else, eh? Somebody else coming down.
Well, on that path we've just been on.
No, see the mountain behind.
Not the same two were on the bench, was it?
Well, the red guy in that tree there, where you are now. Red guy in that bush there, coming down.
Run through the fence there. Plenty of footfall on here. Footprints everywhere.
Yeah.
The footpath goes there and it's over there.
Yeah, okay, you're on the base.
Some of these styles are too narrow for long legs, aren't they?
Right. There's people in there.
Nice landscape. Nice little waterfall over there. Seen that stone on the wall? This foundation stone was laid by Miss Linda Bly Ewan Ling of Hong Kong. Who's done this? I wonder what that was made of then. Foundation stone for what?
It's the flat lines on the thing.
Yeah.
And camera there as well.
Oh yeah. Hey. Hi. I don't like the colour of that cloud up there, black.
There was some black ones before, wasn't it? There's the pond, isn't it?
Yeah, this path goes right past the pond.
It's over there.
Down there. That's a moorhen calling then. But they probably breed on here. There's a pair of swans' nests on here each year. There's another one over there.
I wonder where the other one was, you can see it now.
Yeah, in the bushes there. Is it? I just saw white through the bushes. Oh yeah, it's a goose. Hang on. No, it isn't. Not a goose at all, it's not a swan.
Yeah, it's a swan, isn't it?
Different type. I'm out of context here. What's one of those doing here?
I'm going to go in there and feed them.
Doesn't look safe to even stand on that. See that swan there? It's a mute swan where it's fluffed itself up. It's
chasing it the other way?
yeah, it's a different species. It's unusual that other one being on its own, you see.
They're both on their own.
Now the mute swan's a native. It's weird behaviour. Some coots over there. I think there's a possibility that other goose is wounded or something, and they may even have brought it here and let it go. Might be living here. Nice pool though. That was a moorhen. See the little white and black tail flicking up. Yeah, there's lots of dead grass down the tunnel. Badger set.
Okay, loads of holes.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see the pad prints there. they haven't put the claws in, but you can see the pads on the feet where they've slid. That's what they are. They've the thing about badgers, there's this thing where they, inverted commas, spring clean the sets out, and they drag all the bedding out once or twice a year, and that's what this is. They scraped all this out and they'll put fresh grass in. And but what month is it? It's January now. February they have the cubs, you know.
I think so. They're getting ready for it.
No, the females, they never have the cubs near the sets. They go off and they have their own one in the middle of nowhere. You often a tunnel in and a tunnel out type thing. A front entrance and a back entrance for escape. And yeah, they've been dragging straw in, look. Physically bringing straw in.
Yeah.
They probably found it on the road. You know, the hay wagons will come off, the straw wagons. They've dropped it off. So you can see it in the trees there, look.
Yeah, it's loads, isn't it?
Yeah. And they've been dragging it into the holes. Yeah, there's claws on that one. See?
Yeah.
Pads. You don't often see sets like this right next to a lane. But yeah, this straw must have been a bit of a bonus for them. They've been dragging it into the holes. Good bedding. There's path behind us as well into the field. Yeah. Well, this is it down here, whatever, 4 or 5 feet, maybe, who knows, 15 feet down. Is they're all curled up having a snooze.
There's quite a few that'll live together, like.
Oh yeah, you can have some sets, huge ones, 30 badgers in them, or more. But the females always disappear and get away from the main sets, because if the boars find the cubs, newborn cubs, they'll kill them.
If a male?
Yeah. So the females always go off and dig their own one little tunnel with a nesting chamber in the bottom.
Oh,
yeah, look like the whole bank's one set.
There's another one there.
Yeah. Yeah, there, look at that, that's fresh, that's last night's that, look.
Yeah.
The old poo there. There we go. Yeah, badger poo. That thing on Facebook a few weeks ago, someone complained about dog shit on the school football field, and they put a photograph up saying the dirty bastards let the dog shit on the field, and straight away someone said that's badger poo, and then he said there was several pieces of it on the field, and in fact the badgers have gone onto the football field, dug it up looking for worms and stuff, and they're shitting some of the holes, and then someone immediately blamed dog owners. But loads of people waded in. I'm surprised how many people recognised it for what it was.
Those are things, some people jump on it. Someone else says it's badger shit.
Yeah.
And everyone starts agreeing that they don't know any different.
Yeah. So there's that as well, yeah.
So if someone thought it's horse shit, someone else would fucking agree, wouldn't they?
The power of the internet. No cherry tree there, you know. Some age in that. I'm not sure if this is the Clwyd, you know. Well, it might be the Clwyd. Yeah. And cars everywhere.
Yeah.
Seen this bear on this tree? A peculiar shape on it, you know, like triangular blocks. I'll shake that. Change, I'll use the last minute or so of the film and just for the hell of it film the road ahead. Wait till the card runs out.
Got some background music on it.
You got a bit of punk on there, have you?
Got the jammer on.
Huh?
The jammer got on.
Yeah, put the jam on. No, hang on, maybe not. Because YouTube keeps screwing me things over every time music turns up on it for copyright. Yeah, every time I even get background music on, I keep getting a notification off YouTube of breaching copyright, and you fill the form in online and say that you know it's not mine, and it's background music, but you don't take any notice. Pain in the ass. The source of the River Allen's over there in the trees there to your right. This is those clump of houses on about. It's like 6 miles to the nearest shop. You're knackered if you want a pint of milk. New Kissing Gate there. We did from the Ponderosa up to the Maes there.
Yeah.
Just that last bit of road, Kilcarron, didn't it?
It was a bit of a killer, I've never seen it. It was hot that day, if I remember as well.
Yeah. Where that little quarry was, where we sat down at our buses. Behind the trees, at the top of the trees over there, before we crossed into the forest. That's where I picked, on the top of that is where I picked all those bilberries, and it took about 4 hours to get a small bowl, and I made 1 bottle of gin. I think it was bilberry gin or bilberry vodka, I can't remember now. It's the most precious bottle of booze I've got in the house because it's so much effort got put into it. 1 minute remaining. Red lights flashing.